A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Bearcats about to kick it away and get this season started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas's offense will go on the attack first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. To the ground. He's got it again. Nice move there. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Now the play fake. The sure hands, it's Brown. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Wants to fire on second down. Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Monroe. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Wants to keep it in the air. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got his man. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. To the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. So Cincinnati's offense will have its first possession of the game. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They're setting up the screen. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
They're going to ride this running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it.
He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in there. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Oh, he's got a chance. First play of the drive comes from the 38. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Kick is in the air. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The run to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll pull it on the read. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He breaks a tackle. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now, because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Goes to the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They boot it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Complete on 3rd down. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bearcats. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up to add another. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The give out of the gun. Breaks the tackle. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Finding open areas. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Touch pass on the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And this one is perfect. The lead up to 5 in the 2nd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Pulls it, fired complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires complete on the crosser. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Gets it out quickly. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the right. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. And he missed it. No good. And they missed the opportunity to draw closer, still down by 5. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Bearcats in the hurry up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Bearcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Creates a little space. Jumped on top of the pile. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Brown has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Longhorns are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt, making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Off play action on first down. Makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're working that left side. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Bearcats are on the move. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Flips it out in the flat. Purdy on the Jets. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. From the gun, looking for a man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Pushes for the goal line. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Washington State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Cougs ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds a tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Under fire. Dances away. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. Off the play fake. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Got the conversion and still going. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Here's the handoff. Sweet cut there.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And the Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Texas! Great job by the back on the option.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Toss sweep to the right. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now and flashing that on the option play? There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 79 yards on the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man on the right. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. Try to get it to the edge. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Longhorns are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Makes a connection. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. They'll ride the hot hand. Spins away from the defense. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Here's a heat. Plucks it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat them. A 5-point lead here in the 4th.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bearcats want to pick up the tempo.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's 2nd and long. And this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football yet.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Right on target this time. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the right. At the 45, on his way. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll run play action. Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the 1st down. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Unleashes one. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.